America has a problem.
Pick up another call in the parking lot to sign. Are you with me? When I stand with the roof gone, I pull up like Jimmy Neutron. Looking like you get a new fun. Like you haul and I know you like to go slow.
Up, y'all. My bad, it say 11:30. It wasn't supposed to say that. Hopefully I can get everybody over here because it's very important. We're gonna talk about these files, the truth of the files. We're gonna talk about Don Lemon being released, and yeah, as y'all saw my title, that's who we talking about. We're gonna talk about that in a few. And we're going to talk about how it was no album and what she meant to stop the embarrassment. Yeah, it's a lot of that. Let's go into one thing that's important. I want to hit Florida first. I had took this from Boona714. Y'all can go look at his video. He basically saying that, remember I told y'all that HIV and STDs were no longer being recognized. Oh, we in back. Okay, so we breaking news after that, but it's no longer disability, but they're also saying they're not eligible for any medication, and they're also in the state of Florida, and they're also charging them. So this is somebody else stuff, and they are not only that. From what I'm hearing, Florida, they're trying to knock y'all minimum wage lower to $5. There's a woman in Tallahassee fighting for y'all to not have y'all minimum wage. She's one of the women to not be $5. And we have a government shutdown. Oh, so now they want to shut it down. Now they want to shut down the government after them bogus ass files. We finna talk about it. So now they want to shut the government down because guess what's coming? I can't make this up. Primary election is on the rise. Now we have a government shutdown after the release of the Epstein files, and y'all try to make it seem like Jay-Z. Oh, we're going to talk about Jay-Z in Eclipse. And there's no way I'm standing up for Jay-Z. Y'all know that. But is Jay-Z a womanizer? Absolutely. Go read Corinne Steffen's book. She even said it, but she'll tell you he would never. But yeah, look at that. Houseway. And then you had Nikki girl. What you gonna do? Excuse me. What you gonna do? All right, so let's go to over here. Don Lemon is released and Georgia is released. I'm gonna go ahead and play what they said. Hold on, and then we're gonna get into Jay-Z and Eclipse. Pusha T gonna be a long one.
Thank you to my legal team for showing up and for representing me, and to the media. Thank you for standing in solidarity with independent journalists. I know as an independent journalist, I have challenged us to move forward as an industry. But the fact that you guys stood up for me today shows me that we are moving together. And so to all the media who made a statement on behalf of me, thank you so much. Yes. As I reflect, as a journalist who has worked in media for more than 17 years, I leave this federal courthouse today with one question. Do we have a constitution?
Or not?
No, we don't look like it. I should be protected under the First Amendment, just like all of the journalists who I've been advocating for too. I've been advocating for mainstream media journalists who have been brutalized for months. Do we have a constitution? That is the pressing question that should be on the front of everyone's minds. And so to everybody who showed up today, thank you. Please continue to support the other people.
I want everybody to pay attention to the bitch assness of the mainstream media. When you have headlines that characterize Don Lemon as attending the protests as opposed to reporting from the protests, that is state propaganda. Number two, we have killer ICE cops on the loose and we have journalists arrested. There is a problem with that. There is a complete ass backwardsness to that. Number three, fuck the people on the grand jury that gave these bullshit ass charges. A judge had enough sense to say, nah, I'm not going to put my stamp on it. But whoever these people are that went in that room.
I forgot to load up his charges, but it was so weak, y'all. When I read that indictment, it was so weak. It was so weak. Like they had not a leg to stand on. You know what? We're going to go over them. Hold on. We might as well. They didn't have a leg to stand on. And the fact that people are saying, oh, he walked into a church. ICE is walking into churches and getting the okay. When are you going to say something about that? Colonize. Hold on, y'all. Let me load up these documents. The indictment. It didn't have a leg. Damn it. I'm going to read it from my phone. Don't worry. It didn't have a leg to stand on. And I'm going to read it to y'all while we sitting here. So his indictment was trash. And I said it. It says that him and other people, Don Lemon, they didn't have nothing to stand on. The City Church of the Christian House of Worship, and they went in on the morning of Sunday, January 18th at 10:30 a.m. They was in service. I'm going to just give you a synopsis or whatever. And they saying that this was against the federal statute. And hey, Title 18 of the United States Section Code 248. After the service, a group of approximately 20 to 40 agitators, including all the defendants named in this indictment, entered the church. A coordinated takeover style attack. There was no attack. Engaged in the acts of oppression and oppression. They used the word oppression, y'all. Oppression. Please. Intimidation, threats, interference, and physical obstruction alleged hearing. As a result of defendants' conduct, that the pastor and the congregation was forced to terminate the church worship service. Congregations fled the church building out of fear for their safety. Other congregations took steps to implement an emergency plan. Young children left to wonder, as one child put it, if their parents were going to die. That was nowhere near said in that video. Child, they put all their names. They put that they had entered and went to a grand juror. And I really believe that this went to a grand juror because if you think about it, let's be honest. It went to a grand jury because they made it seem like a child was endangered. But you haven't indicted your little federal workers at all. Hence, before we finish this video, that sat here and used his trumping of whatever. And we're going to get to the real files of these pedophiles. Hence the list, the actual list. Who do y'all see on here? Please, are we going to get into Eclipse and Pusha T in a few? Let me hurry up so we can get to them. Because there's something else I want y'all to pay attention to.
Room and put forth these indictments. Fuck them. I saw somebody that I was wondering how we had to Jim Crow. Look to the people in the grand jury. It's still here. Jim Crow is still here. It's called Trump Crow now.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last thing I'll say is this is not just an attack on journalism. It's an attack on the humanity of Black people.
Hence, he just passed a law, and I'm going to show y'all on Facebook, that's going to target Black people in the Black community with drugs. I hope y'all ready for that again. Yeah. So I want y'all to start paying attention, because you're not paying attention to the play. And y'all wonder why people are going so hard on that Black lady, that pink wig lady head. Because a lot of this stuff, she's sitting here watching and think it's a game. And kicking with them broken nails on her finger.
It's an attack on the idea that there can be legitimacy to what Black people do. And this administration has been strategic in saying, okay, if we attack.
All right, hold on before we get into that. Don Lemon is out. Why ain't they moving forward? Move up. Nobody want to see the food. And I'm going to play this.
I just read the nastiest shit I've ever read. They said Donald Trump, the president, had parties at Mar-a-Lago called Calendar Girls. Jeffrey Epstein would bring the children in and Trump would auction them off. He measured the children's vulva and vaginas by entering a finger and rated the children on tightness. The guests were elder men and included Elon Musk, Donald Trump Jr., and Ivanka Trump.
There's nowhere that once that came out and people was reading that, they deleted that, y'all. Before I finish with anything, let's go to this bullshit with the Jay-Z and the clip situation before we finish, because I know that's what y'all really here for. Y'all heard that, right? I can't play the whole thing, but we'll let y'all read it. Let me open up another thing. No, I want to go to Threads. I told people, everybody was sitting here. A lot of people was like, yeah, they're on it. You guys can agree. No. Jay-Z came out of June 1996. When y'all read that part, oh yeah, let's do Jay-Z like he did when he was with us in 96. That was a lie. And guess who helped come up with that idea? This heifer right here. Pusha T got put into it. I'm going to show y'all how Pusha T got put into it. If Champagne want to be poppy, let me go to his Mr. Champagne Poppy, the incel, hate Black women. Yeah. Oh, he took it down. I know he did, because he know Pusha T finna be in that ass. He was like, yeah, Pusha T, Pusha Teen. Yeah. Jay-Z came out first album. This how we know it's bullshit. And I'm going to show y'all. Recently, Doubt came out in 1996. Talking about him and Pusha T hung together. Pusha T was 17. Eclipse came out with their album God's Willing in 2002, I remember. Hello, we lived it. So a lot of people is like, it's going to be a lawsuit. It sure is. Because if y'all pay attention, they already tried it with wanting to see Beyonce and all of them IRS records. That didn't work. Then and Kamala Harris, he's been trying it when he sat here. Now that he found out Green Day and all that, pay attention to how now she's sitting here. She was like, I'm going to go ahead and empty the clip. I'm going to say this. Her plan was to sit here and not make Drake and herself look like who they really are. That was the plan. That was the plan. That was her plan. It wasn't an album. Then Bill Gates is outed, but they kept that. And I want you to pay attention. They took this one off that they got, which is J.F. Kennedy's wife. Child. Oh, they kept Bill Gates, the one that's been telling people, warning people. They kept Bill Gates on there, y'all, and how he caught an STD and gave it to his wife. Yes, this is the real file. This is it. This is who all on there. That's why Bill Clinton say release it. But y'all going and redacting and deleting them. The truth. They ain't know shit about hip hop. Y'all gotta think why they kept bringing up Cardi B. Come on, let's be for real. Why do you think they kept bringing up Cardi B? They want to attack any Democrats, any radicals, and anybody that was sitting next to Harris. Nicki behind that shit. They ain't know the shit about. They don't know when he released the album. What the fuck y'all? Come on, man. Come on, man. They didn't even know her. Wasn't nobody, he never even been in sight with them people. They pushing a narrative. Hey, if we could get your favorite celebrities and your favorite people, we could go ahead and get y'all to not do this for primary. That is the goal. And let's get to see if she can help and she won't be deported. Boom, bam, bam. Drake is from Canada. Let's be for real, y'all. Y'all can't buy, I know y'all want them so bad, but y'all can't sit here and allow to sit here and say, yeah, when we're sitting it in our face. Look at this. This is what they deleted. I want y'all to go back on there and see if that shit's still there today. And it's not there. It's not there. This is gone. And they are screenshotting it for a reason. This is not the first time they done this. It's to cover up. And she's helping cover up for something. Let's be for real. Mr. Incel Poppy out here thinking he won something because he getting going for Rico. Oh, I won that. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I can win my beats this way. He finna be next to be taking pictures with him too. Let me tell y'all something. Young Money is on a decline. All these look, you see Lil Wayne ain't saying shit. Oh, Beyonce and Jay-Z ain't saying nothing. If y'all pay attention, who he got at the Super Bowl? Bad Bunny, who's been very political honest, and Green Day. And all these years we have watched the Super Bowl in our family. When the last time y'all seen Ice or anybody show up to the goddamn Super Bowl to arrest somebody just because they don't like them? Never. Please. She's standing here with the shit because her ass can't stand on that stage just to rap, sing whatever song and flaunt her ass around. And this is why ain't nobody really fucking with her and Drake. Period. Green Day, very political. They say F the government. Bad Bunny, he's been saying they ain't performing crap for him. They don't recognize Puerto Rico as part of the United States. F y'all. Y'all pay attention to the play. What's coming up? Who say they gonna turn blue? Oh, okay. Minnesota ain't been blue since 1973 or 1793? Pay attention to the play. Philadelphia getting ice. Philly. Georgia. There's a video in Snellville. They're knocking on people's doors in Snellville in Georgia right now and trying to get into their house. And nobody opening the door. Pay attention to the play. Black Atlanta, diverse, black community. Very business owned. Pay attention to the play. All of a sudden, who come out? Pusha T was got there in 17 and 96, bro. I just told y'all, I ain't believe that Pusha T was that old. Pusha T eclipses a whole group. Why would you add Pusha T? Well, I'll tell you why they add Pusha T. Champagne Poppy and Nicki are still cool. When I kept asking, are they still cool? They're still fucking cool. And it proved with that goddamn crap. Pay attention to the play. They don't want y'all to know the truth that whole administration and all of that is that. And like Amanda said, who are they working for? And ain't nobody asking questions. We got the list. Who they really working for? Bingo. Be for real. Act 3 is coming out. If y'all listen to Cowboy Carter, she had been already told y'all. If y'all paid attention to her tour dates, the days that she went, when Elvis Presley stole from that black woman, you nothing but a hound dog. Why you think she did that in Vegas? Why do you think she had that concert there? Pay attention. Y'all really don't be paying attention. And this is to draw y'all attention out. Let's be for real. Pay attention, y'all. Somebody just put it out here. Let me, oh, here it is. I ain't got to share. What that just say? I'm going to read it to you. Claims of 1996 between Jay-Z and Harvey Weinstein relied on an unverified FBI crisis intake report, which represent anonymous or preliminary tips rather than confirmed evidence. Jay-Z's debut album, Reasonable Doubt, was released in 1996. When he was an emerging artist, probably known within the New York's local music community. No court documents, reporting or reputable biographies confirm a relationship between them at the time. This didn't happen. Jay-Z was selling mixtapes and shit out his car. Reasonable Doubt came out June of 1996. I remember I was approximately 7 years old. He was a new artist. He was on rap. He was hot, along with Bone Thugs and everybody. Oh, yeah. I have male cousins. They were running to the store. They want to see what this album is. They like to hear his song. Oh, bam, let's go. That's what it was. I remember. I remember when Pop died. I remember when Biggie died. I remember hearing it I remember when Eazy-E passed. I remember we had already discussed what people thought happened to Eazy-E already. That been talked on for the past 30 plus years, baby. I remember that. I remember Snoop Dogg and P. Diddy went on the Steve Harvey show to break the culture, as they call it, between the West Coast and the East Coast. I'm telling my age, I'm sorry. I remember that. I remember that was a whole thing because Santana and the white boy was arguing with a couple of boys about that shit. And they were talking about it on the show. And that's how they brought them in to the music class. Steve Harvey had and on the show. I remember that on the Steve, go watch it on the Steve Harvey show. They were trying to break that up. I remember that. Some of this stuff y'all don't remember, or your mama didn't let you listen to, or you never grew up to listen to it. This is why a lot of people that was older than me or in that range group with me are calling BS on it, because we remember that stuff. Y'all are new to this. Y'all never touched this surface. Y'all don't know crap about it. That's why I said when it came to that documentary, everything wasn't told. I remember this stuff. I have 11 male cousins that are now in their 50s and 40s. Younger ones in their 30s. I have 11 male cousins. I have approximately, I can say probably between 40 to 50 male cousins that know about the hip hop culture, that listen to this music, that grew up in the 90s, high school and up or grown. I'm telling you, this is not, I knew that wasn't true. Pusha T was 17. And the fact that this, and what made me, and I'm going to tell y'all why I'm mad. And I keep telling y'all, this girl is showing her damn hand. We got primary. Why she don't want y'all to tell y'all to vote for it? Why she sitting here saying Don Lemon should have been arrested? Pay attention to the play. Well, maybe she's being honest. That girl ain't being honest with a shit on the stick. Please. All right, let's go back to Don. Because I have to do this, and I hate that I got to do this. Don is out. All of the protesters are out. Well, journalists are out. Let me share. He said, I want to thank everyone for their support. It means the world to me. I have spent my entire career covering the news. I will not stop now. In fact, there is no important time than this very moment for a free and independent media that shines a light on the truth and holds those in power accountable. I'm going to talk about Tia Ewing in a minute, because Tia worked for Fox, and to hear Tia come out and call bullshit on some stuff, I'll commend her for that. Tia, this is why I told y'all to leave her alone. Tia got one of the hardest jobs. She got to listen to this motherfucker in this hole every day. Every day she got to listen to something about him. This is every day. Anybody that worked in mainstream media at the news station would tell y'all, you have to listen to this and listen to him drawn out speeches every day. Y'all don't understand what Tia going through? Hold on. Hey, y'all. Justin, hold on, honey. Hold on. I'm trying to get through this real quick. Yeah, they freestyling lies. We all know Pusha T was 17. I remember Eclipse came out in 2002. I was a teenager. Baby, I was, what? I was going on 14 years old when that album came out, baby. They had when I tell you, we were beatboxing. The lunch table was our music, our drums, okay? Every time we heard that beat, somebody was freestyling to it or somebody was dancing to it with the Eclipse. Y'all know what song I'm talking about. They came out with the Neptunes with Pharrell. Pharrell brought them in. Pharrell found them. That's how we know it's a lie. I'm like, girl, I already knew who had a hand in it when I read it. I say, you with girl, honey, please. You and your incel brother go have a seat. Because he hate black women. I don't know what you... Well, you just told black women to shine down for white women, so I ain't surprised. Anyway, he said, I have spent my career. I will not stop now. Okay. On the truth and hold... Oh, baby. And another thing. Don Lemon finna be an ass. Don Lemon finna be an ass. I'm going to show y'all he about to be, he foot up ass. Last night, the DOJ sent a team of federal agents to arrest me in the middle of the night for doing what I've been doing for 30 years. The First Amendment to the U.S. Constitution protects the work for me and countless other journalists to do what I do. I stand with all of them, and I will not be silenced. I look forward to my day in court. Don go back to court February 9th, y'all. Yes, let's go to his page real quick before we talk about Philly. Don always on the streets.
This is a violation of his constitutional rights. And you know what the saying used to be? You can indict a ham sandwich. And frankly, the only thing that this DOJ is good at doing is indicting ham sandwiches. I mean, we know that they indicted the guy that grew a ham sandwich. And guess what? No conviction. We know they indicted Tish James. And guess what? Nothing. We know that they indicted James Comey. We can go down the list. So they are losers. But what is terrible about this is that they are trying to inject a chill effect on all of us. Those of us that want to exercise our First Amendment rights to protest. They decide, let's kill you in the middle of the street. And no, there won't be any type of oversight or accountability for what we do. And then they decide to go after journalists that decide to be on the ground, on the front lines and telling the truth. And so I think that this is a moment that we all have to sit back, just like everybody felt a way about Kimmel. Let me tell you something. This is way worse. They incarcerated this man. They incarcerated this woman, right? Like, we know that they went after 2 African-American journalists. Like, this is not by accident. I am trying to work in creative ways with my colleagues in the legislature because I think that we need to empower plaintiffs in this moment. The only branch that is not completely broken right now is the judiciary. This is a violation of his constitutional rights. And you know what the saying used to be? You can indict a ham.
It's been a violation of the constitutional rights since they sit here and doing what they're doing. It's been a violation when they allowing people to go into churches and school. Texas, FYI, there's a list that's probably on your, if you are in Texas, your child's school, I'm going to see if I can find that list. Your child might be having a problem with ICE coming to their school. Yes. Children in Georgia are being arrested for protesting against ICE. But, we're going against God. God ain't nowhere in this mess, baby. All he's doing is making sure your child and that person come back home. God is not in this. Never was. It was never about God. Never. It was never about God. And I told y'all about Megyn Kelly a long time ago. Talking about nothing when this would have happened if you just stayed home. Oh yeah, she sat here and talked bad about the dead not too long ago. We're gonna get into that. It was never about God. Y'all gotta understand all that God talk, it ain't about no God. The
Showing
devil.
today is a really important one, and it's important for our democracy and to the Constitution of the United States, and what the amendment that I believe is the bedrock of our democracy, and that is the First Amendment: freedom of speech, freedom of the press, freedom to peaceably assemble, all of those things. This encapsulates all of that. And I'm glad that, at least to the extent that it has, that people are realizing the critical moment that we're in this country, that our rights are under assault. It may have started with people having their due process rights violated on the streets, violently violated on the streets. But now they're trying to silence journalists, and I will not be silenced. And I think journalists should not be silenced. I think this is a very critical time for journalists in this country to stand up to this tyrannical administration. The show today is a really important one, and it's important for our democracy and to the Constitution of the United States, and what the amendment that I believe is.
Pray for this man. Pray for what? Pray for what? God is not in this. Shout out to Don. Look at what he doing. Look at this. Philadelphia introduced legislation to limit ICE. Agents can't be masked, must show ID, and can only operate on a warrant signed by a judge. If they attack bystanders, they will be arrested. Y'all sending these folks to Philly? I keep asking y'all, why y'all sending these folks to Atlanta and Philly, honey? Why? Oh my God. Why y'all sending them to these cities that I'm sorry, y'all. Why y'all sending these people there? Let me see. Let me find that Texas school list. I want y'all to see this. I want y'all to see this. Child, keep going down the wrong way. I'm trying to talk, honey. There's a list. Waco High School and Waco are protesting for no more of them, but there's a list. I have to find that lady. She said that there is a list that there are children, and they are going. There's a list of kids' schools. Let me put it in differently. They are going to these baby schools, y'all. They're going to these baby schools. Let me see if I got it in my stories. I don't know if I reposted it on Threads or on my stories, because I'm taking a lot of it. But I want y'all to pay attention to the play. And I remember her saying that tweet. Everybody was like, she ain't gonna do shit. I'm gonna empty the club. I'm gonna tell everything. Everything. Wendy Williams told y'all about this lady 5 years ago. Hold on. Let me let that play while I look for it.
Brother. But let me tell you something, Nikki. That's gonna be my first story tomorrow, and I'm gonna lead with this. You should have never married him. Because now you've ruined everything about what your brand could be. Again, you're never gonna stand a chance when you're with a man who pulls a knife at rape point. You know, and you're never gonna stay a molester. A registered sex offender who wasn't even, you're never going to stand a chance with John Q. Public, because there's only one thing worse than touching children and pulling knives, and that's murder. By the way, he did go to jail for man's brother. But let me tell you something, Nick.
Everybody kept saying the same thing. Everybody kept saying the same thing. You're never, she never. Let me see if I find it in my thing real quick. I don't have it. Oh man. Oh, I know where it's at. Hold on, y'all. I know where it's at. I say what now? Let me go to my repost. Come on and load. I know I reposted it. Don't tell me they took that down. Are you for real? Yep. Yep. It's been taken down. It's okay. Okay, let me play this. Yeah, they took it down. I'm gonna find it on Google. Hold on. Don't worry about it.
Elizabeth Jones is on, but she's fighting for her life, so I hope it's some good stuff, okay? They said that the girls, the Fifth and Sixth Amendment, the right to due process, and the right to an attorney are hating from outside the club or are hating from outside the ICE facility, and they're not getting in, okay? DHS said they're not on the guest list, and they're not making any exceptions. Over the last 2 weeks, thousands of people have been arrested by ICE out in Minneapolis. Once they are picked up, those people have been taken to the Bishop Henry Whipple Federal Building out in Minneapolis, where they are being held and detained until they figure out what to do with them. At least one of them people in there is an American citizen, okay? At least one of them. Now, there have been multiple attorneys that said that they went down to that facility to see their clients, and them DHS people said, "You're not coming up in here." We don't know why you thought that was going to go down, but you're not coming up in here. So apparently one attorney went down and talked to their client, and the officer pretty much physically was like, "You're not coming in here. Matter of fact, we don't even have space for you to have an attorney-client conversation, so you're going to have to figure something else out." Another attorney said they went down there to go holler at their client, and the DHS officer told them, "You know what? See, the problem is if I let you come see your client, then I'm going to have to let all these other attorneys come see their client, and that's just not going to work for me." And the attorney said, "Well, what do you mean? Because that's exactly how it works. Yeah, you need to come let me see my client, and you need to let these other attorneys come see their client. You got to make accommodations for us. We don't have to make accommodations for you. We didn't go pick them people up and bring them here. You picked them up and brought them here. So you need to give them due process, meaning they need notice at a hearing, and then they also have a right to an attorney." And so apparently the people down there was telling the attorneys like, "Well, this the other problem. If your client don't name you by name, then baby, you're not coming in here. You gotta, if you ain't on their +1 list, we don't know what to tell you." So then apparently one of the OG attorneys was like, "See, this is crazy because I done been down here plenty of times before y'all came down here pulling this mess y'all on right now, and I ain't never had an issue seeing my client. So I'm trying to figure out why it's an issue now. You're supposed to let those people see their client." And DHS put out a statement that said, "Well, see, the thing is, the facts are illegal aliens." That's what DHS said. That's not me. Illegal aliens that's locked up in here, they got access to phones to call their family and call their lawyers. Okay. And the reality is that once they get up in here, ICE gives all illegal aliens a court-approved list of free or low-cost attorneys. A court-approved list of free or low-cost attorneys. So yeah, we don't know what to tell you. They get in full due process. Now, we're not sure what y'all was used to before we got down here, but this is the way it go now. So, of course, the attorneys are like, none of the reasons that y'all are giving us for not allowing us to see and speak to our clients are legally valid. And DHS is like, we don't care. We don't know what to tell you. And the attorneys are kind of like, see, the only reason why y'all getting away with this is because people are not pressing your lines for real. But this is not constitutional. Y'all are violating these people's constitutional rights. And DHS said, who gonna stop me, boo? Okay, so boom. So I'm not sure what kind of pre-workout constitution Elizabeth Jones is on, but she's
All right. Listen, I got the list. I got the list. So, new guidance allowing immigration and custom enforcement agents to enter schools has some staff and students worried. So yes, they are going to be entering Texas school. Austin, Texas say, listen, we just going to treat it like it's regular, but they will be entering. If you have a child in Texas, they will be entering your children's school. They will be entering your children's school. Minor ISD said they will treat ICE like any other law enforcement, and they will continue to provide education for all students regardless of status. Okay? But yes, they will be entering your children's school. It's not the list, but this is true. They are going to be going into these schools. They sure will. They will be in these schools. They will be coming to your children's schools. Let me share my screen. The Texas Tribune even has it up. So, Florida, don't forget they're gonna be coming to y'all school too. Atlanta, this is the same thing. Georgia, pay attention. This is the same thing. As Trump intensifies the sweeping immigration crackdown, outrage across the country is building, especially after recent viewings by immigration and custom enforcement agents. Renee, so it talks about that, but this is what they're saying. Soon after protests erupt, New York and red states like Texas saw large demonstrations in Houston, Austin, Dallas, and other cities in Texas. He made mass deportation a centerpiece of his presidential campaign, reiterated his administration's commitment to the policy in the press release on Wednesday. Now, they are going to come into schools. They will be saying, hey, we're going to be everywhere. Now, Kim Kardashian made a statement. Like I told y'all, what's her name? Gonna make her statement in her album. So y'all just be prepared and y'all need to hear because she will be making a statement. She's not gonna put it on here. Every time she make here it is. Every time Beyonce make a statement on here, people try to bash her. So she'll put it in the music. I agree.
K-Dub, though, I don't matter. Listen, currently, as we speak, there are threats being made against schools in Texas. You guys, there are 14 schools on the list. Even if you don't live in Texas, please screenshot this and send it to everybody that you know. If you read the bottom here, it says, there are 20 of us. We are armed. We are going to unalive a lot of children. Also, the FBI has been notified. However, your children do not live with the FBI. Your nieces and nephews do not live with the FBI. I'm in Michigan and I already notified the state police here. That's all I can do. Or so I thought. So then I came to TikTok. I need for everybody to screenshot this because we have to protect.
Go ahead and screenshot. I'm going to pause. But we're even going to talk about them trying to about Obama. Trying to arrest Obama too. Obama ain't nowhere in nothing. Obama name ain't on there. But he just got to do something with Obama, child. Somebody say, oh, you really want the world to go crazy. Y'all know people don't play about Obama, y'all. When it comes to the Obamas, they go crazy.
These children. Does not matter whether you are in Texas or not. Send this to everybody you know. We got to keep these kids safe. I'm praying for y'all. Love y'all. Bye.
Child, it's going to get intense before primary. I'm just letting y'all know. Oh, we got to send out our rest in pieces today. I think I'm going to do that on the net. Well, no, we're going to do it now. Rest in peace to, my heart hurt, Grady DeMond. He passed away yesterday, y'all. And Carolyn O'Hara, where is she at? Oh, my childhood. Listen, I used to watch Sanford and Son with my family, even though it was reruns. And when my son started walking, he was a little bow-legged. He ain't bow-legged no more, y'all. But he was a little bow-legged, y'all. It was just so cute. He was my little Sanford and Son. Read here. Yeah. 14 to 15. Now I'm gonna let y'all know. Y'all don't see this video no more. Y'all know why. Y'all don't see this live no more. You gonna know why now. I'm telling y'all now. If y'all don't see my live up here after I end it, y'all gonna know why. I'm saying it now. All right, let me go to this. Me too. And I gotta watch the new one. I ain't even watch it yet, girl. But I'm gonna watch it. I have to watch it now.
Oh, shit. Oh, I'm crying. Oh my God. See, I knew you couldn't trust her when I saw her with a backup dancer. I mean, at least security could get you backstage. She don't love herself. She don't love herself. Girl, you did all that for a fake card. You did all that shucking and jiving, promoting a fake G side for a fake gold card. Damn it.
I'm gonna have to watch it.
Y'all, you know, sometimes you just gotta let people go. Let them go.
I told y'all, y'all like, why y'all laughing in her face? She's a citizen. We told y'all that shit wasn't goddamn real. I did a whole live saying, listen, that ain't no real, that's not real. They didn't pass that. You know how many people would be fighting for that? Simon, Portia ex-husband, say whenever he do it, he was gonna buy it. That never happened. He's still in Nigeria.
Them put in their white fur coat, their yellow dress, and stand behind a podium and say, I don't know what to say. I just know that I'm his number one fan. And then they swear they're gonna get citizenship. Oh, this is good. This is good. This is gold. And then you had the nerve to post that on your social. You posted, well, but it's fake, sweetheart. It's
I gave him
fake.
what he wanted.
It's not real.
I gave him some false ass information. Let me see if I get my gold card. It ain't even for real.
This is not an immigration document. And then you had the nerve to post Chekalina up here. We're talking about, oh, residency, gold Trump card, free of charge. Girl, of course it was free because it's fake. And it was somebody in the White House who went to the New York Times to tell the truth and say, that's fake. Girl. She don't love herself.
She don't love herself. All right, let me share this with Facebook real quick from Facebook. My girls be on it. He signed executive order. He will sign executive order Thursday afternoon to coordinate a federal government response to rug addiction. Y'all know who gonna be part of that rug addiction response? Kodak Black. It's gonna be black people in Kodak Black. I promise y'all. We'll see what the response is. I'm telling y'all. He did all that. She doing all that shooking and jiving. And he finna learn. His shooking and jiving ain't y'all think I'm lying. NBA Youngboy, I don't listen to him either. He's a trumper too. 50 Cent. Allegedly. I mean, well, yeah. Nicki, Drake. Snoop, Nelly. Nelly did it for the coin, but y'all know what you call it say. You lost your motherfucking mind. That's exactly what Ashanti said. You lost your motherfucking mind. That's why they trying to make it seem like all the black people, all of them, and y'all notice there's certain people they have stayed away from. Let me see. I just shared something. Did I send it to myself? Also, your Supreme Court judge. Good morning. Here you go. Yeah. He was one of picked to be once he got into office for Supreme Court. It was alleged that he chose this man. From what I heard, he picked his little three. Remember, Biden picked his, he picked his. He picked his and he was one of them. Okay? I could have told you that.
Justice Brett Kavanaugh were silenced again. According to a new report, the FBI investigation against Brett Kavanaugh was actually a non-investigation. We cannot leave this here. A lot of us wouldn't remember, but Anita Hill was also silenced as an essay victim. She came out against Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas. That was 27 years ago in 1991.
Y'all, the people, let me say this. The people y'all claim have power to stop stuff is not the people that really got the power. This girl is telling y'all who really got the power is sitting there that really got the power to hide their stuff if they want to. Your celebrities do not have that power. I've been said that. The people sitting in these White Houses, the people, if y'all start looking at the drifters, go to them to erase their power, to target other people, those are the people. Oh, Jay-Z, Beyonce has something. They do not. Those are the people. Now, do they have the power to influence and make you pay attention? Yes. These people she naming are the people that are empowered. Your governors, your mayors, people that have ties.
Ford came forward after decades of silence because she said Kavanaugh tried to essay her when he was 17 and she was 15. And Ford was not the only woman to accuse Kavanaugh of essay. Debbie Ramirez described to The New Yorker, accusing Kavanaugh of exposing himself at a party when they were freshmen at Yale, a charge he also denied. The Trump administration said it would check out any other incidents that women reported, vowing that the FBI would have free rein to vet the claims. But according to the report, Kavanaugh tips were forwarded directly to the White House and never checked out. Women who accused Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh were silenced again. According to a new report, the FBI investigation against Brett Kavanaugh was actually a non-investigation. We cannot leave.
If people believe Christine Blasey Ford, we wouldn't have Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh. If people believe Anita Hill, we wouldn't have the Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas. These are the same people that go and vote against y'all ass. Yeah. Anything to help the American people, them the people that prove that shit. They say, hell no. If people believe that Epstein Trump survivors wouldn't have Trump in the most powerful office in the land, where would they find and believe women and children? Mm-hmm. So y'all got to ask yourself what's real on the list and what's really not. Yeah, y'all got to ask questions. Why you have to ask yourself? Let me ask you something. Why do y'all think that girl ran over there for protection? Y'all keep saying it was for protecting from him. No, why would you run over there to make, like, y'all got to think about that. Y'all really got to sit down and ponder yourself. I was listening to a reader. I'm not going to say her name. Y'all can go look her up because she did a good job. She say she's hiding something that she don't want y'all to know. That she don't want out. They did a reading on Miss Nicki Minaj. Allegedly, she's hiding something she don't want out. Snoop Dogg ran over there. 50 Cent ran over there. Nelly. What y'all don't want people to know? Allegedly. But you got to ask yourself that. Oh, with people that's being silent, they're being silent for a reason. Let me tell y'all something. If you are being silent over this, they're gonna say something, but you gotta look at how they're being targeted. Who's being targeted and who not? Just think about it. Man. That's why I keep telling y'all, listen, research y'all stuff, stop running behind Jaguar Wright and listening to her. And she is a trumper. Yeah, I'm going to say it. She a trumper. And she out here selling cootie cat in Vegas, allegedly. Listen, okay? She'll tell you. Yeah, I'm a whatchamacallit. She'll tell you she out here busting it wide open and demanding, not demanding, but in the bedroom, demanding positions with the paddle. Allegedly. She said it. I didn't. She said it. I didn't. Hell, shit. Go look up the interview. She motherfucking said that shit. I didn't. But I'm just saying. You know? Anyway, y'all, I'm finna end this live. I gotta go get up my package and I will be selling candles. Like I said before, I will have my website up either tomorrow. I'm going to try to see. I'm going to try to have it up by Monday, at least. Valentine's Day coming up. I want to do some candles for y'all for V-Day, but they ran out of canisters, and I think it'll be too small. So I'm going to stick with what I have. They are not going to be expensive. They are called, I'll tell y'all the name later. But it got to do with dessert, and I have 4 of them. And I'm not selling them $20. If you get 20, you got to get 5. No, 4. 5 is, I'll do 5 for 25. And there'll be a mixture between small and large. But we're going to start small, and then we'll gradually go. But yeah, every new season, I'm going to add and take away. So I'm just letting y'all know that. I'm going to end this live. I want to thank y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this live, y'all. Please do y'all research. Please start putting 2 and 2 together. Don't let them folks bamboozle y'all to take it off to put it on somebody, because they know if they said them 2 men name that would put y'all and distract y'all from what they doing. Don't let them play with y'all like that. They're just like a man distracting y'all from seeing that he with a side chick. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. And all of this is alleged. It's alleged, okay? Now the news ain't. But my thoughts and my beliefs about Nikki and Drake and all the situations alleged. Could be, could not be, but just pay attention. It's alleged, okay? I don't want nobody. I'm gonna sue her. Sue the nail artist the nail tech that broke your nail. All right, thank you guys for watching and that glue on your head. And then don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye.